Hey everybody, John here. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a week ago, I decided that I was going to brew a Cooper's kit. I never brewed one, so I wanted to kind of get an idea of what everybody's talking about. If there is a flavor difference that I can detect, and brew it basically how everybody else is brewing it. So I went out to one of my local homebrew stores and I picked up this. It's Cooper's English Bitter. The recommendation on the side of the package says to mix 500 grams of Cooper's light dry malt in there. So I picked up, the homebrew store I have doesn't have Cooper's, so I just picked up some Breeze dried malt extract, their Golden Light. If you want to know how I'm doing it, I'm going to do it just exactly like Craig does it. So if you want to know exactly how to do it, go to CraigTube. I'll put a link in the description to one of his videos where he's actually doing this. It's not a complicated process. I'm essentially going to take probably 2.5 gallons of water in, pour this in, mix it up real well. I'm going to take a gallon of water and dissolve this into it over some heat just to kind of pasteurize it, that kind of thing. But I want it to be good and thoroughly mixed when I pour it into the bucket. Then I'm going to add water, ice, whatever I need to get to the temperature that I want to pitch at. I'm not using the Cooper's yeast because it's only a 7-gram package, and that's just not enough yeast. Period. If I did a starter, you could pitch this maybe and do a starter off of it, and then maybe use it. But I decided, since I always have some dry yeast lying around, I keep packets just in case I need them, in case I need to jumpstart fermentation or something in a batch. I'm going to be using this in the background noise. It's that Nottingham. It cakes, baby, it cakes. Anyway, so I decided I'd use that. It's an 11-gram pack. It's plenty of yeast. The 7-gram pack is probably close. I mean, these are like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 300 billion cells in an 11-gram pack. So this is just, this is like, 2/3 of that. So you're looking at like, I don't know, 200 billion roughly in this. So it's not a ton different. But since I've got this, and I know that this is enough for sure to do it without having to worry about any off flavors from the yeast, from any esters and things like that from the yeast, I'm just going to use that. No big deal. These are like $1.50, $2 tops. So pick you up some of these. Have these around. Just let them come up to room temperature. I'm not going to rehydrate. I'm just going to sprinkle it across the top, stir it in just a little, agitate it to get it moistened, and go from there. So what do you need? You need a bucket to ferment in. You need your canned extract. This is pre-hopped, so I'm going to go with that. You need 500 grams or 1 pound. This is just under. It's 454 grams because they sell it in 1 pound packages here in America. So 1 pound of dry light malt extract, and you need some yeast. You also need 5 gallons of water. You need an airlock, standard stuff. Watch Craig's video. He goes through all of that stuff in all of his videos. So here we go. Cooper's English Bitter. There it is. She's at 66 degrees. I can see it probably going up to around 68 degrees or so, maybe 69 degrees before the fermentation's over with, just because of the fact that yeast heat up during fermentation. So there it is. All pitched, ready to go. About 7 days, we'll take a taste. Alright guys, we're all done. Real simple process. 5 gallons of water. I think I ended up with 5.5, 5.25 gallons of water. A can of Cooper's pre-hopped English Bitter extract. A pound of DME. I just boiled it enough to help it dissolve into the solution. And we came out with, I got my hydrometer sample sitting right over here, so it is 1036. It should ferment out pretty fully. I'm guessing, I don't know, 10, 12, 10, 10 would be good. That'll give us about a 4.5% alcohol beer. Good little session beer. That'll be fun. We'll see how it tastes. The sample tastes pretty good right now, so I'll taste test it in about, I don't know, a week to 10 days, because I can carbonate it in a day or two. So we'll probably end up tasting it maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. Maybe sooner. I don't know. But anyway, wanted to get this done, get this taped, get it filmed, get it out there as a starting point. The only changes I made to what Craig normally does is I use Nottingham yeast. And that's pretty much it. If you want to see the actual, full-length process on how it's done, go to CraigTube, youtube.com/CraigTube. He's got a couple of series of videos showing you how to do this exact process with this style of brewing. I don't know if I would call it brewing. I call it brewing, but I don't know if it's brewing. It's really not brewing anything. The brewing's done for you in the extract. So, not to take anything away from it, I think you're creating beer, and that's the main thing to note, is that it's not brewing, but it is creating beer. Other than that, guys, comment, rate, subscribe. Check out all the videos on my channel. Mine, the favorites I have, those are pretty cool too. And I'll keep you updated on this. Great videos by everybody lately. A lot of good ones out there. I'm really excited to see Bobby from New Jersey's series on All Grain, the All Grain Primer videos. If you haven't seen that, if you haven't subscribed to Bobby from New Jersey, definitely subscribe. Good videos. Should be a good series coming up. Excited to see that. Other than that, guys, drink good beer.